Yo, welcome back to Dolphins United, the platform for Dolphins. You heard me. We back in the house. Hope y'all are enjoying y'all Sunday so far. Monday, if you're watching this on a Monday. Hope y'all enjoying your week or are about to enjoy your week. All right, if you're starting out with me on a Monday. Appreciate y'all watching no matter what. All right, last video did pretty good numbers. We're climbing, guys. Climbing. I said we were trying to get to $2,000. Hopefully, before training camp would be great. To get to $2,000 before training camp. I'm working on it, but I need y'all help. Of course, like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe. Comment, subscribe. Like, however you want to put it. Please do that for your boy. Much appreciated. Continue to watch the videos, share the videos, and comment because I'm gonna comment back. That's what we do here. We have fun with it. We get into the comment section. We roast folks. We go at it with folks, and then we show love to our peoples as well. That's how we do it. We all family, all right? We ain't disrespecting nobody, but we have fun with the trash talk, all right? So that's how we do it on this channel. I want to get into this recap. Then I got $1 million question for everybody watching this video, and you're going to want to stick around for that. All right, you're going to want to stick around for that. All right, because it's going to show me how much trust you have in your boy Tua. Now, let's talk about Tua a little bit. Let's segue. The man, the last 2 days. Now, I did a recap of the first and the second practice, okay? This is a recap of the third and the fourth practice with a little bit of something extra on the end for y'all. All right, but that's coming all the way at the end of the video. All right, so you got to stick around or you got to fast forward to the end. I'm not putting no timestamp. Maybe somebody else will. Let's get into it. Tua balled out. All right, last 2 days, Tua been balling out. Before I get into that, now some of y'all gonna disrespect this man after I say his name. Please don't do it. All right, on the account of that man is out there working on our behalf to get us news for our team. My man TD Fence Talk. The man was out there in the heat. I know how I feel. All right, that heat ain't no joke. It was 96 when I walked outside the church this afternoon. It's hot. Okay, it's hot. My man had all black. All right, black and camo. The man was out there in the sun getting up these live tweets on Twitter and on Instagram. The man putting in work for us. All right, he's getting us the news. All right, I wasn't able to go out there to do it my doggone self. The man went out there. He put his time in. He put his body on the line, from what he was saying anyway. Put his body on the line so he can get us this content, so he can get us this information. Please give it up for that man. All right, he out there working on behalf of the whole team. All right, the whole team. And when I say team, I mean us. All right, us fans. We're a team. He's working on behalf of us. We might have different opinions, meaning you and him, or me and him, or me and y'all even. But it's all love at the end of the day. All right, it's all love. So I appreciate you, brother, for what you was doing out there for us. And on Monday, please just stay hydrated so we can get this info from you, dog. This man putting in work, and he gonna be there again tomorrow to put it on Monday, or he's gonna be there again today if you watch it on Monday. He's gonna be there again. All right. I believe it starts at 10:30, and then kicking off for 2 hours. All right, but anyway, back to the main topic on the video, which is practice, and then a little bit of something extra on the end. Tua balling out. Balling out. The man is throwing straight strikes, straight darts all over the field. I love what I'm seeing. Yes, he still has a lot of room to improve. Tua is by no means a finished product, and I pretty much feel like I'm saying this every video now, but Tua is not a finished product. Tua was not going to be a finished product at the end of training camp either. He's going to still make mistakes. He's still learning, all right? But from what we've seen last year, all right, so this is the thing I need people to understand. Why are so many people so hype on Tua right now? Is because we ain't see this last year. All right, we ain't see it. And they killed the man for what he did last year, all right? Y'all killed him, some of y'all. Killed the man for what he was doing last year. Called him a bust and everything. The man don't look like a bust right now. All right, he don't look like no bust to me at all. He ain't look like a bust to me last year. But he definitely ain't looking like no bust right now. The man is balling out. All right, yes, he has picks. Everybody has picks in practice. I don't care who you are. Mahomes got picks. Everybody got picks, all right? Tom Brady throws picks in practice. Tom Brady, last year, he had a horrible one practice where he threw like 4 interceptions. It happens. All right? And that's Tom Brady. That's the GOAT. It happens. Okay? So, no, I'm not putting Tua in the same breath as Tom Brady. I'm just going to say you have bad days. Tua is going to have a bad day at some point where he's going to throw 4 or 5 picks. I'm more concerned with how he responds to that. And also, I'm concerned with how he responds to that in that practice and the next day, the following day, and the days to come. That's what I'm more concerned with. I'm not worried about that. Tua is doing the things he needs to do. Tua is showing arm strength. He's showing accuracy. He's anticipating. Is he holding on to the ball too long sometimes? Yes. Is he staring down receivers too long sometimes? Yes. Is he making horrible decisions? Yes, he is. He's doing all that, but he's doing the positives too. All right, we ain't see no deep balls last year. I mean, the media wasn't at practice either, so that it kind of we don't know what he was doing last year, but it wasn't this. All right, they raving about this man right now. Whatever he was doing last year, he wasn't doing this. All right, we could safe to say he wasn't doing what he's doing right now. Fitz was, all right, Fitz definitely was, but he was not. Okay, Tua is taking that baton from Fitz. He's throwing the deep ball. He's throwing contested balls as well. All right, that one to Adam Shaheen, that's a contested pass. All right, that's a pass you just throwing up and you hoping your guy can get it, and Shaheen made the play. These weapons, let's talk about that real quick, all right? These weapons are crazy. Shaheen balling. He's doing this thing. Gesicki had some nice catches the other day before he got injured. Waddle doing his thing. I'm going to save the best for last, of course. Gaskin doing his thing. Ahmad doing his thing. Even Merritt got to call up. All right? He got a call up. He's doing his thing. Robert Foster is doing his thing. These guys are doing their absolute best. Even Jakeem Grant's getting into the act with an acrobatic high point and catch on Saturday. These guys are doing their job. And then best of all, Albert Wilson. This man, y'all know, for those that have been watching me, y'all know I do rounds of applause after the games, all right, or lack thereof if we lose. But I do rounds of applause after games. I'm inclined to give that man a round of applause like I just did TD, man. And I'm going to give him one. This for Albert Wilson, man. This man here has been balling ever since he came back. That year off did everything for his hip. I'm sure it did because he did come back before. Now, let's not act like he was been out these last 2 years. He came back. Then he got re-injured again because he wasn't the same. All right? He re-injured, I can't remember what it was. I don't want to say it wrong. So he re-injured something. He was out, and then he was out all of last year. He came back this year with a chip on his shoulder, one, because he was a fringe player. Let's just be honest. We have way too many guys that are going to be on the team ahead of him. He's a fringe guy. He came in and he stole that. Fuller out. Parker out. Wilson was like, hey, I got you. Don't worry. Don't worry about it, Tua. I got you. We're going to take care of this. And that's exactly what they've been doing. Now, there's always two sides to everything. All right? Especially when you're in practicing against your players. The defense got to step it up a little bit. Now, I'm not 100% worried. All right? I'm not. My worry level is not at a 10. It's not even at a 9. It's not even at an 8. It's not even at a 7, to be honest. But it's about a 6, 6.5. And I'll tell you why. We're still getting turnovers. That's great. All right. So even though we're letting up big plays, we're taking some back. All right. And then some of them have been pick sixes, by the way. If they wanted to run all the way down the field, they could have. But obviously, they're not running all the way back. These things, especially without pads. So they could have been pick sixes, some of them. We've had fumbles as well that we have forced and recovered. Those things are fine. But the big plays, that's a little bit of a problem for me. Now, when it comes to big plays, TD kind of eased me a little bit from going off the deep end when it comes to our defense because he said some of these, or a lot of these are happening in zone. All right, we already know we're not a great zone team. Now, we do need to get a little better in zone, but we ain't a great zone team. We're a man-to-man team, and X hasn't been playing for the most part. All right, so X comes back, and we're still doing this. On X side, I'll be a little bit worried, all right? I'll be a little bit more worried. But Byron is pretty much doing his thing. It's the other guys. Needham and Perry, even though he had an interception, so I commend him for that. And Noah Ignagini. These three got to step their game up all the way, all right? Because we can't have that. We can't have no leakage, especially when one of these guys get hurt, and then you got to step to the forefront. We got to be a little better. So I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with practice when the pads come on Tuesday to see if things get a little more even when it comes to big plays versus knockdowns, pass defenses, or interceptions. And then also I want to see if if he just has great pocket presence, which I've heard, and then I've heard that he's holding on to the ball too long and he's stepping up in the pocket. So I don't know which one it is. We'll get to know all that a little bit better when the pads come on to see if he's actually just evading pressure or if he's holding on to the ball too long. All right, because there's nothing wrong, in my opinion, with the guy if everybody's not open. So then you have to improvise and then you have to extend the play. Extending the play, that happens a lot in the NFL. Not everything is on time and rhythm because sometimes that gets knocked off and you got to extend the play. If Tua is extending plays in practice, which you're going to hold on to the ball for 5-6 seconds, if you're extending plays, I got no problem with that. If he's just holding on to the ball and he's just patting it and he's staying stationary, I got a problem with that. All right, because you're not going to get that time in one spot on the field unless your O-line is completely balling out. We've seen Josh Allen be able to step back in the pocket for 4-5 seconds just looking. I've seen it. Just looking. Not moving nowhere, all right? And just waiting for a guy to get open. Tua ain't going to have that time. So Tua's got to be able to move around and extend the plays on the outside by time so he can get the open guy. That I don't have no problem with, all right? Just don't be standing there stationary. That'll be my only issue. Can't wait to see what happens in these next few practices, especially Tuesday and on, because that's when we'll really know what the running game is about. That's when we'll really know what the pass rush and pass block game is about, and run block and run stop game is about. Wide receivers, DBs, yes, it will make a difference with pads because of bump and run coverage or press coverage, which is what they call it now. They don't call it bump and run like that anymore. But press coverage, we'll get to see that a little bit more. We'll get to see who can release, who can't release. Other than that, it's pretty much the same. All right, it's not like they're hitting guys, even if they're throwing into dangerous areas on the field. Quarterbacks throwing into dangerous areas of the field where the wide receivers can be blown up by safeties. We're not going to see much of that. We're just not against our own guys. Maybe when we go into joint practices, maybe we'll see it. But with our own guys, we're not going to see that. So I'm not too worried about that part. Everything when it comes to the pass game should look the same except for the pass rush coming in. And even then, they can't hit the quarterback. So I appreciate y'all watching that portion of the video. Y'all have seen a week of Tua, all right, so far. A lot of you had hate in your heart coming in. A lot of you love Tua. A lot of you were pessimistic. A lot of you were optimistic. Either way it goes. And by the way, some of you are still pessimistic. Some of you are still optimistic. Either way it goes, you saw Tua for a week, whether you like it or you don't. You saw him for a week. We need to know. I need to know. The people need to know. All right, in the comment section, how much faith you have in Tua. So let's go ahead and do this real quick right now for you. All right. Now, this what I'm going to say is a perfect scenario. That means the wide receivers all stay healthy, the defense is all healthy, and still as stout as they were last year. Top 5 in the league. All right. Tua stays healthy. Nobody is injured. Perfect scenario. All right. That's how I'm preface this. Perfect scenario. No injuries. Everybody is at peak performance. They're doing their thing. We even have a running game. All right. Providing all that happens. If I told you there's $1 million on the table, okay? $1 million on the table, you can take this money right now and go. Or you can double it or nothing. All right. So that means either you take the $1 million right now, okay? Or you could double or nothing on whatever portion that you want. Okay, so let's say out of 100,000 of that money, you're gonna be willing to bet 100,000. You'll keep the other 900K. You're gonna bet 100,000, and then you'll be able to double that money. You only double what you're willing to put in. All right, but I'm gonna put $1 million on the table. You double what you're willing to put in. That Tua will have. All right, get this. This is the part that you're going to need to understand before you can answer this question. All right? $1 million on the table. You can bet however much you want, but whatever you bet, you double. Okay? And whatever you lose on that bet, you don't get anything back. All right? You don't get anything back. So double or nothing, whatever you're willing to put in out of that $1 million, whether it's the whole thing or whether it's $1, just give me an answer in the comment section. That Tua will have 3,800 yards, 30 touchdowns, and 9 or less interceptions, a playoff berth, 11 wins. All right? Those are the 5 things. 3,800 yards, 30 touchdowns, 9 or less interceptions, 11 wins, and a playoff berth. Okay? 11 wins and a playoff berth. How much do you trust that Tua will get those numbers? Now, some of you might say, those numbers ain't even that great. That's true. But no quarterback. All right? And I've done the research. I did a video on this. I might even put the video. This was back when nobody was watching me. I might even put this video as a link or maybe put it up on the community post so people can rewatch it. I did the math. I did a video. I did extensive research to find out who was the last quarterback to throw 30 touchdowns for the Dolphins. All right. Now I went from 2000 to now, pretty much, well, to the beginning of last year. Okay. Do you know that no quarterbacks, no combination of quarterbacks for the Dolphins have thrown over the course of a year 30 touchdowns? None. 0. All right. That would be a milestone in a long time for somebody to throw 30 touchdowns in one season, whether it's him and Brissett or whether it's him alone. All right. No duo, no trio of quarterbacks for the Dolphins in one season has thrown for 30 touchdowns. It hasn't happened. So that's the big one. 30 touchdowns. That means we're putting points on the board. 30 touchdowns, 3,800 yards, less than 9 interceptions, 9 or less interceptions, 11 wins, and a playoff berth. How much are you willing to put down? Double or nothing. All right. You put $1 million in, you're getting another $1 million back. That's $2 million. All right. You put 100,000 in, you're only getting back 200,000 if he gets those numbers. Do you have faith that Tua can get those numbers? Please put it in the comment section. Put how much money you're willing to bet that he could reach those numbers, and let's debate about it. Let's talk about it. All right. I just want to know how you feel about Tua. If you have favorite YouTubers that are Dolphin YouTubers, of course, please ask them that same question. All right. And tell them to either respond in a video about it or to come in the comment section and let's talk about it. All right. Now, for me, okay, this is my answer now. All right. Because some people are going to say, well, I mean, are you going to answer the question? Yes, I'll answer the question. I believe in Tua. Okay. I believe in Tua for real. And I'm a betting man. You put $1 million on the table. You tell me double or nothing. Tua's going to get 3,800 yards, 30 touchdowns, 9 or less interceptions, and a playoff appearance. I'm not putting the whole thing down. I'm not putting the whole thing down. All right, but I am willing to put 500. All right, I'm gonna keep 500. I'm willing to bet 500 so I can make $1 million. All right, so I can get another 500. I'm willing to put 500 on it though. Really, I'm willing to put 500. That's the most I'm willing to put. I'm willing to bet 500,000 that he gets those numbers. All right, I trust the man. I don't trust him. I want to see if somebody's crazy enough to give up the $1 million though. That's what I want to see. I love this conversation. It's something I had in mind for a minute. Wanted to hold on to it for a little while. I was actually going to do a live stream with it, but I feel like this is just the best way to do it so we can blow up the comment section and get the information out and get the conversation started on how we feel about our quarterback. For those that don't like him, you might say you're only willing to bet that dollar and you'll walk away. Now understand this now. All right. There's $1 million on the table. You got to bet something. All right. But that, by the way, you got to bet something. So if it's $1, that's cool. But the minimum you could bet is $1, by the way. All right. The minimum you could bet is $1. You leave that table you ain't a millionaire no more. Just understand that. All right, you're not a millionaire anymore because you're $1 short. Now, you might have $1 to put on it to be a millionaire again, but if that's all you had, you ain't a millionaire no more. All right, so you're close, but you ain't a millionaire. So even if it's $1, and that's the lowest you can go, even if it's $1, please let me know. And that shows me that you just don't trust Tua to get those numbers. All right, you don't trust him to get those numbers. Those numbers, they're not great numbers. All right, they're really not great numbers. So let me know how you feel about that. Please like, comment, subscribe on this content. We got way more videos coming up for y'all, man. I got merch that's coming soon. All right, and then I got something I want to talk to y'all about as far as branding is concerned as well. All right, so until next time, fins up till we die. Love all of y'all. See y'all in the next one.